Hey everyone, it's the Nitty Professor here with a bit of an unboxing video. Ta-da! I purchased a Kromski Fantasia and presumably it's purple. Made in Poland. It says unfinished finished mahogany wallet, and I guess the RP is what we're getting for royal purple. So we'll see how this goes. Might be in multiple segments, but I thought it would just be kind of fun to enjoy the fun of carrying into one of these new babies together. Now, I would love to know if you guys have a Fantasia, and if so, oh, Paris is going to serenade us. What your thoughts are, what your experience is. I was talking to some friends of mine at the Fiber Guild on we're getting some mood music, and one of the members, who seems to have a fair amount of expertise, said that sometimes their products were inconsistent, just because they're not as machine built as others, but on the other hand the reviews were really good. So we get this assembly instructions, and I may or may not just like assemble it on here. Probably just going to kind of look at the parts and then come back at you with the result. We'll see. So Kromski & Sons, the Fantasia, and it's a nice little picture of one of the finished ones there. I like how they kind of romanticize their wheels. It was really tempting to get one of the ones with all the turn parts, because that's what I'm reading about in my current novel. But I opted, well, I only had so much money and I just wanted to opt for one that would serve me well. This is what I'm up against here. So yeah, I don't know how much of this I'll film. We'll see. But it looks like it has some pretty good instructions in here. So yeah, a lot of different screws and parts. I think what we'll do for now is look at some of the parts together, and I may see how it goes in private to actually assemble it. It's been a busy day. I've been painting a lot lately on my house since I got it sided. What do we have here? Some more. I'm not sure what all this is, but maybe it's a product catalog. That's the black one. That one looks kind of cool. She's got a nice Irish setter there. And I got this from Revolution Fiber, which is in Florida, apparently. Here, this gives you an idea of the options that they have. I was intrigued by this green one. Thought that was really cool. And they have one that's coral. Oh, this has their whole catalog with all like the symphony, the polonaise, and all these really vintage looking wheels. They're really tempting. But I don't know. I've got two that I need to restore, so I think I'm going to stick with those for now. But this one, I just am using my tax refund for just something for fun. Looks like they have some fiber that you can buy too. So that is awesome. We got some newspaper. Let's see what else in here. Okay. Oh, here's the oil. So we've got, that's nice. I've been making do with French horn rotor oil lately, so it's nice to actually have designated spinning wheel oil. What else have we got? A whirl. So I ordered 2 separate whirls. It comes with, I guess it's a standard whirl. And I was like, well, I like to spin fine yarn and ply it. And they had 2 smaller whirls, and I just went ahead and ordered both of them. I was like, why wait? You know, just get them up front. Let's see what else we have in here. It's kind of fun. It's like Christmas. So here, let's see here. It says Stupek, Główny, and Post. So we've got some Polish going on here. I studied Polish at one point, but I did not get very far. This looks kind of fun. It's got the branding on it and the post. Yeah, must be the central thing that you attach everything else to. We'll put that down by Sparky. My son's husky is in the audience here. Make sure there's nothing else in here. I don't want to miss anything. Okay, let's see here now. See what happens when I take out this chunk. There are all kinds of things in there. Look at that. It is, it's like Christmas. Let's see what this one, this kind of feels like a bobbin. Of course, they would make it tough tape. Naughty. Good thing I have my brother's sewing scissors. He left us 6 pairs, so it's okay if we ruin one. There, you know, at some point they'll all go by the wayside. But yeah. Ooh, look at that. It's a bobbin, and that's the color of it, folks. I am in love. It's like a mauve. It's a really cool purple. Siva, you're pretty enthusiastic about that. Siva's like, is that a dog treat? I want to try. Sparky's coming in here. They're like, come on, Mom, we want some. Give us a Christmas present. Let's see. This looks like another bobbin. Let's check it out. I like me purple bobbins. I might end up ordering more bobbins. One of the reasons I splurged on this is because I like to, just like I enjoy having multiple whips when I'm knitting, I enjoy having multiple spinning whips. So I don't feel like I'm stuck. So we've got bobbin number 2. Stuck on a project, which if I get bored with it, I might never finish. As opposed to if I sort of intersperse it with other projects, then I'll come back to it refreshed. And I'm going to say, let's just pop that in there. You gonna help, Sparky? Another bobbin, no doubt. The dogs, you're just really interested. I put all the other dogs out, all the dogs outside because I was like, this could go badly if we've got, you know, 5 dogs in here. Besides, they were carrying on, and all of a sudden Ari cried, and he was limping, and I was like, oh my God. I think he'll be fine. Yeah, if these were wrapped in paper with snowflakes and snowballs and sleigh bells on them, I'd be like, it's Christmas. Let's see what we have here. I feel like these are the what do you call it? The footmen. I should know. I've been writing about spinning wheels for the past year and a half. I should know. I think these are the footmen. If I'm wrong, please feel free to correct me. This one's wrapped up nice. It says Skrzydełko. That's what it says. Skrzydełko flyer kit. My Bulgarian's better than my Polish people, so, you know. It's got a lot of saran wrap on there. Maybe it's tuna. Let's see. It's kind of fun. It's kind of fun. Now, if you guys, like, if you want me to show you how to put together and I, like, figure it out or something, or if I feel not too intimidated, I'll try to do it. I don't want to get boring. That's, you know, death. But this is kind of exciting. I'm just seeing what's in here. Masking tape. It's masking tape. The surprise. What could it be? I don't want to ruin it when I'm opening it. Let's cut some more tape. Let's just cut some more. I feel like, I don't know if you guys watch Blind Guy Unboxing, but he just has this huge knife. He's like, I'm blind, and I'm just going to stab this baby and see what happens, and it's pretty funny. Pretty funny. Ooh, looks like a flyer. Ooh, I love the shape of that. It just looks like mid-century modern. It's so cool. We've got the orifice. That's probably going to need some oil at some point. It's an interesting shape. Like, look at that, how it's... Hopefully, it's very well balanced. I just picked up another book on making spinning wheels about the flyer. Because in my novel, that's one of the parts I had the hardest time trying to comprehend so I could portray it for you guys when I'm writing. This is the Voracek, which is apparently a small bag. I feel like it's hard one. But in any case, it's by Carson Cooper. I don't know if you guys ever heard of him, but he's a spinning wheel maker from California, and he got burned out in a lightning fire like 5-6 years ago. Just sounds like it was just horrifically tragic. Ooh, I see a dry fan in there. All kinds of goodies. And I guess that's the orifice hook. Yeah. Lots of nice purple components in there. But I assume he still makes spinning wheels. Let me put this down here by the post. And he has this series of books about how to make them. So I got the one on flyers, and it's so intriguing. It's got all this math and physics stuff in there. I'm like, dude, you really know your stuff. So hopefully that'll help me with knowing how Lars could make a flyer and a shaft, especially a shaft. How do you make a flyer shaft without power tools? They did it back then, you know, I mean, there were gunsmiths and metalsmiths, and they didn't have electricity. Maybe they used steam or horsepower. I don't know what this is, but it's probably one of the legs. It's really pretty. Hopefully I don't have to glue anything. I suppose I could. If I need to get wood glue, I sure can. But it's a good thing I have a mallet, because I could see needing to kind of, you know, knock that baby in. We'll put that down on the floor. And this is big. It's kind of heavy. See some purple peeking out. I'm going to cut this so I don't have to break anything. And there's some more bits and pieces back there. This just has the feel of East European cardboard for me. I don't know, it's just, they make cardboard different over there. Believe me, I know. I used a lot of toilet paper when I lived in Hungary. Spent time in Poland and Yugoslavia back in the day when that's what it was. So one of the things they say on the website is that it's signed by Kromski himself, and it's numbered, which is kind of cool. I guess they made a limited number of these, and that's a lot of numbers. That, to me, it makes it seem like they made millions, but I don't think that's the case. Let's see. I assume there's something on there about maybe it was made in September 2025, because at the end it says 03/09/2025, and there's his signature. So that, you know, gives you kind of a reassurance that it's legit. So these are obviously the treadles. Look at that. I don't know if they need to be oiled, but they're hinged. So what do you think, Sparky? Huh? She's chewing on her bone. She's not thinking a whole lot. Got a couple more small babies. Let's see if I can reach them. More hardware, maybe. There's a big box. Must be the drive wheel. Let's see what this is. This one doesn't have a label. This looks like it's probably your Allen wrenches and stuff, maybe. Well, no, actually, well, something's gonna get a handle, people. Something is gonna get a handle. We got the screws. I'll just pop these in here so they don't go missing. Wouldn't want to lose hardware. One time I bought a big hoop, a standing hoop for making hand quilts, and I found it at Goodwill, and I was like, this is the coolest thing. And only cost 10 bucks. It was a lot of wood pieces. It's, you know, about this big around, like maybe, I don't know, bigger than a platter. Well, it had zero hardware. And so fortunately it had the parts list, but I had to go to Menards and just try to find all these random nuts and bolts, and I succeeded enough. But yeah, we don't want to have to go through that. This says axle and something about a fan. If you guys have one of these, I would love to hear from you. And maybe if I like have an epic fail when I'm trying to put it together, I may have to rely on your help. I'm pretty mechanically inclined, so I'm not too worried. Ooh, this looks like it's the shaft. It's still taped up. It's got this kind of a, can you see the end of it? Let me see if I aim it that way, if it's better. It looks official. See if this tape will peel off. And for all I know, it's the axle for the drive wheel. So that is entirely possible. It's got a bunch of nuts on here, which I do not want to lose, and I would rather keep them in order, which is probably why they're taped on there. So yeah, that's what we're looking at. So yeah, maybe I'll just pop this tape back on here, because now it kind of seems smart that they had it on there. Okay. Very clever. So we'll just keep it like that. And put it with the small parts. And then looks like we got a pizza. I think this is the last part. Well, looky there. They have a Kromski fan Facebook group. It's kind of taped onto here. Maybe, are any of you guys in this? I could look for you on there. Looking for some inspiration, Kromski and Sons, join the new Kromski Fun Facebook group. It's a great place to post projects, questions, and ideas. Share your wheels, looms. They make looms too. Yarns, weavings, felted goodies, and, well, anything Kromski. We love to chat about all the wonderful Kromski products and what you make with them. All right, let's check out the last part here, and then I'm going to cogitate. And at the very least, I will consider how challenging it will be to put this baby together, and then take it from there regarding how much we're going to share. So here is the drive wheel. Thanks, Dan, for the scissors. Ooh, now we have a small bit. Let's look at the small bit first. Let's cut this baby and see if we need to wrap this back up real quick. Oh goodness, well, it's it must be the crank, and it's got some screws. It doesn't look like they're gonna fall out, so I think that one will be safe, kind of hanging out here. And anything else in here, there's a piece of foam. So here we go. That is the drive wheel. Get the box out of the way. Should see my floor. No, you don't want to see my floor. I don't have time for cleaning it. But in any case, I feel like I can drive a car now. Got the groove for the drive band. That's what it looks like in the front. And it's very substantial. I don't know how they apply this color on here, but it's quite smooth, you can tell. Looks like it needs a bit of brushing off. But it's beautiful. It's beautiful. I'll have to look up what kind of wood this is. I don't know if it's maple or what, but you know, it's clearly not some kind of like pressed wood or plywood or something like that. That's the real deal right there. It's beautiful, just beautiful. And it's got some nice sort of graining on it with the little knots. So, yep. That is, let's just call this part 1 of my Kromski spinning wheel unboxing. And I will study. I think my goal will be to just sort of sit with the instructions and challenge myself to show you guys how to put it together, possibly tomorrow. So yeah, share your Kromski experience and any tips that you might have. We'll see how this all turns out. I'm excited to have another wheel that I can play with and enjoy, because now that I've gotten to where I can spin comfortably, it's a welcome pastime. I hope y'all have a great rest of your day. We'll talk soon. Ciao.